Hello, everybody. Today I wanted to briefly talk about global entry. You might have heard of global entry through your friends or online somewhere. Global entry essentially is a program that is conducted by US government, the United States Custom and Border Protection, that allows expedite entry into the country. So if you're someone who travels internationally a lot, global entry might be quite useful for you. These days, global entry is also popular because major travel credit cards have global entry as a perk. So if you're a card holder through Chase or Amex or Capital One, chances are that your card takes care of one global entry application. So let's get started. To apply for global entry, what you would do is, go to Google, just type in global entry. It takes you here. Here you can click on Global Entry's website. Then if you scroll down, it talks about global entry, what it does. If you keep scrolling all the way down, there is a button that says apply now. So go ahead and click on apply now. Apply now will then take you into the Department of Homeland Security's website. And here actually it's very interesting because you not only see global entry but can see other programs that are like global entry as well. You might have heard of TSA Pre, Nexus, or others. One thing I'd like to comment here is if you're someone who travels locally within the United States quite a bit, TSA Pre is also quite helpful. But the difference between global entry and TSA Pre is that TSA Pre does not cover international immigration versus global entry does, and TSA Pre is actually a part of global entry. So if you get a global entry approved, you automatically get TSA Pre. So I would recommend global entry much more than TSA Pre. Although global entry is somewhat expensive than TSA Pre, all in all, global entry is a better deal. If you scroll down, it also says the application processing time for global entry is 4 to 6 months. But in a little bit, I'll tell you how I actually got it in about 2 weeks. It says 4 to 6 months, but there is some work around, and I'm happy to share that with you. Another thing is eligibility. It says US citizenship, you're a permanent resident, and select foreign nationals. If you are in a visa, you also qualify to apply for global entry. So there is some confusion as to who can apply for global entry, but be very careful that you do not need to be a green card holder or a US citizen to apply for global entry. Once you go here, you can select get started and agree to global entry application and click on consent and continue. Then this will take you to Department of Homeland Security's website. In my case, this took me here. Right now, it says that there is no application, but if you were a new applicant, there is a button right here that says apply. Applying for global entry is pretty straightforward. You answer a couple of questions, and within a day or two, you get what's called conditional approval. So, conditional approval means that they've done your background check, everything looks okay, and now you have to appear for an interview. This is where things become really tricky. So, if you go to Global Entry's website and look for location, you'll find locations around different states in the United States. And as you go, you'll be shocked that the wait time for an interview is about 6 to 8 months. For example, I live in Seattle. Now, if you click Washington, it will take me to the location in Washington State. And when I first got the conditional approval, I was really surprised to see a wait time of 6 months. But then the trick to avoid all of this is your international trip. So if you have an international trip coming up, what you can do is you can go to the interview as you go through the immigration on your way back to the United States of America. And I'll share what I did. So what I did was I and my husband, we took our conditional approval letters with us. And on the way back, while we were coming back through the immigration, we told the officer that we would like to apply and do our interview for global entry at this moment. So as we said that, we were escorted and we were taken to a different room. And then we waited a couple of minutes, just about 5 to 10 minutes, and then an officer called our name. We both went to the officer's booth. The officer asked us about 10 questions regarding, your job, where do you live, where is home, if you've conducted any crime in the United States. Most likely you'll say no to all the questions that the officer asks you. And that was it. My husband's application was approved right there. He got a congratulations right there. Mine did not get approved immediately on spot, but the officer told me that sometimes this happens. And the next day, when I was checking my email, I got a notification that my global entry application was approved. We got a number assigned to us immediately, and after a week or so, we also got the card. So, all in all, our global entry application process was just about 3 weeks long. So, do not let the wait time stop you from applying for global entry. It's really convenient. After you get your global entry, coming in and out of America is a breeze. You're done with immigration in less than 20 minutes. I hope you find this information helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment, and I'll put all the links in the description box below. Thank you.